I got a couple of objections from them. One, geez, your price is really high. And of course, the first instinct is always to say, compared to what, or those types of things. And then the second one, they said, well, we don't have the budget right now. And I'm going, it's March 22nd, but I guess people do have the different times of year that they do their budgets up.
Right.
Those are kind of the two that I've run across.
Those are pretty classic ones that most people who are out in the field are hearing a lot, especially now that we're living more in a commoditized world where the customer can't discern between the best choice for them. So they assume it's apples to apples, and they believe they're shopping for the same thing to everyone. And they typically use these objections to kind of, make you negotiate or respond. So let's go through each one of those. The first one you said to me is your price is too high. And that's a classic one. And typically when we get that from the old mindset, our response is to defend ourselves, explain why we're better, why we're worth it, or else come up with a classic response with, well, you pay for what you get for, or what were you thinking? And, what would be work for you? And then we either defend ourselves, fight, or we flight, we pull back, we try to negotiate down. Because all we know to do when we for resistance is either overcome it or pull away from it. And then we get stuck. But remember, our goal, our process is to always be building trust with people and always diffuse the pressure throughout the entire conversation. So here's how we handle this. This comes right from our materials and programs. When someone says your price is too high, what we say is this. We say, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Now there's more. Don't worry. Just hang in there. You're absolutely right. And here's the operative word. It can be perceived as high if you haven't had a chance to actually go out and use our solution to get the result. And you're right. From the outside in, it appears that way. But would you be open to a different perspective or some different ideas on how we can address your issues, build a case for this to make sure you're getting an ROI to help you justify that? Would you be open to that? So what I did there was I diffused and I re-engaged. You see, if you try to overcome it, you immediately break the relationship that you're trying to build there. You break that trust, and now they're in the game with you. And we're trying to unlock this game and break out of it so they can feel that we're not going to defend ourselves, but we're trying to connect with them. Now, the other one you said, Bob, was one around the budget, which is also a classic 101, which people hear a lot. They hear it in terms of we don't have the money or we don't have the budget. And the typical response to that is, what is the typical response? How would you respond to that if someone says to you, not the RE material, but how would you pre-RE respond to that if someone says to you, we don't have the budget?
Well, I guess one of my first questions would be, well, when is your budget, good till, or when is your budget available again to look at, new spending, I guess.
Right. So we typically work off of what they say. So what I would say in this approach here with our model is if someone says to you, we don't have the budget. And first of all, we don't know what the truth is behind that. One, maybe they do, maybe they don't. Two, maybe it's a way to get you off the phone. Three, who knows? We don't even know. It could be a smoke screen for lots of things, right? Our goal here is to get to the truth, so we know where we stand. So in this case, if someone says we don't have the budget, what I might say is this. I might say most of our clients don't have a preset budget for this, because budgets are typically for things that people already know and already use. When they're using new purchases, they have to kind of justify something new. Would you be open to us figuring out a way to build a business case for this, to see what the return on investment is, so it makes you can easily justify getting funds for this? Would you be open to that? So I'm not accepting their premise in the process because I know it could be a smokescreen. I don't know the truth. What I'm trying to get to is, one, is it a priority? Two, are they serious about this? And three, if it is, can they get the funding to solve the problem that they have? Because so many of us get stuck in that We don't have the budget. And now we're like, oh, shoot, I don't have the budget. Now what do I have to do? So I just consider those ideas and try those, Bob, and see how we go. Okay.
Terrific. Thanks, Ari.